Hello, 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 guys and gals and non-binary pals. Welcome to another Gemcraft stream. I am really sorry for being an hour and a half late to the stream starting. I woke up at 11:30 intending to get ready. I was a little bit tired and was like, oh, I'll just set a timer for 30 minutes and then I'll get out of bed at noon, and I slept through that timer. So, I ended up waking up at 1:55, which is a little bit after, almost an hour after this was supposed to start. So I really do apologize for that. And then I gave myself just enough time to actually have lunch beforehand. That way I don't eat while streaming. Because I just don't like the thought of possibly chewing on something and it being heard in the microphone and whatnot. I just think that sounds gross. Listening to me eat is not exactly something that I think anyone would like to listen to. But we're going to jump into the game. We're planning on going back through some of the levels that we don't have much experience points on. I think what I'm going to try and do is go through the journey mode with the extra XP modifiers that we can do. I know it's not going to be an insane amount of XP, but like this one, the journey XP is only 800. We'll definitely be able to get that higher just by playing journey mode and even just doing this. Let's just do that. This will be the setup for the journey mode. Because we've been able to go through endurance. Journey only has, like, at least on the early levels, only up to 20 or so waves anyways. So we should be fine to go through all these. But it'll just give us more experience points to be able to, like, yeah, there's only 14 waves. Gives us a level 1 slow and a level 2 slow. Okay. Well then, let's do this. And then our damage gem is this, just like normal. And then we'll just blockade there. And I could destroy the monster nest, but I don't think I'll need to. Let's actually blockade down here, force them to have to go through that gem. But yeah, now that we have all of the extra abilities, this should be relatively easy to go through. Upgrade that to level 3. But yeah, so this is what we're going to do today. I definitely should have upgraded this before I gave it beam, but I don't think I had enough at the time to do that. But yeah, this is just what we're gonna do right now. Increase the damage here to try and get rid of all the enemies at once. And this has the more specials. But yeah, I was intending to have this be a shorter stream anyways, just because I don't really want to play this for like 4 or 5 hours like I did. Like I accidentally did for Age of Empires yesterday. It wasn't even night at the time. But that Age of Empires went way too long because we got stuck on a glitchy, bugged level or whatever, where the way that we won was just destroy everything rather than only the enemies. So, excuse me, that's what we're gonna do now, is just go a little bit slower on, or a little bit less time, closer to the 2-hour mark than the 3-hour mark. But I guess now with also accidentally starting a lot later than intended, it does mean that it'll still kind of end up feeling like it was 3 hours because I started so late. Alright, I should be able to just handle all this. Except for that the beam ran out before I was prepared for it. Alright. There we go. That's doing fine. Now it's just getting rid of all the monsters that are on the screen. But yeah, we're already at almost 20,000 XP, whereas beforehand this was only 800 something. 838, I think it was. So yeah, this is definitely going a lot better, at least XP wise. There we go. So yeah, that's just what we're gonna do right now, is just go through the journey modes of a few of them. 388, I was right. 838, I said the numbers backwards, whatever. We're just gonna go back through on the journey modes and get more XP that way. And we're doing this just because where we're at currently, like, we've gotten the mana gem abilities and all that, like, we've gotten through the ones that we were stuck on, but because we have the mana gem now, and because we're wanting to buff it and make it do more damage and whatnot, we now have the opposite problem of just not having enough ability to be able to actually do anything. So now we're just going through to try and get all the extra abilities. We're trying to get more levels to be able to start with more mana, to be able to start with more things being able to be done. don't know if any of what I just said makes sense. I have to hope that my sentence made an amount of sense there. Okay. This is going to work out. Target the monsters that are close enough to needing to be banished. Which it looks like it did naturally, now that there was nothing else. Okay. We've got 20 waves to survive, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, that did not go as well as I thought it would. They're all still getting through. I was hoping by freezing and slowing them down and all that up there, they would get targeted by the barrage at least once, and they would lose a lot of them. But that didn't happen. Swap this to the nearest to the orb. I was hoping to get that orblet back, but that's not going to happen anymore. Here's to the orb again. Alright, this is not going as well as it should. Now I get the buffs from all of the mana gems in it a little bit more. Let's use the beam instead. I know that's kind of a waste of the barrage, but I was hoping the barrage would work better. there's too many entities on the screen. This is not going as well as it should. Okay. I think random targeting with barrage is actually really helpful, it seems. Slow them all down. Okay. Even taking a 10th off of their health, they didn't have the least health. It's kind of surprising. Okay, we're at least surviving this. I don't think I'm gonna lose here. But I'm definitely a little worried. Just because the mana I have is not really being gained back that easily. Okay. I'm at least surviving. The chain we had ran out. Target the one that's nearest to the orb. Don't let them get banished again. I did not see that spire over there. I did not see the spire at all until it's over here. Okay. I'm just gonna wait until it's within the range and then I'll freeze it again. I was waiting for it to get close enough that I could use the beam, but that worked too. I did not see the spire until it was nearly too late. Like if it had come from a different angle where it was barely getting hit by this tower in the end, I probably would have been in trouble. Because I don't know if I would have noticed it. Alright. The other fun thing is we are actually getting more shadow cores. Like that's not the the plan necessarily, but it still is working out in our favor. Okay, this only has one entrance. Alright, slow them down. Gain a bunch of mana. Poison them. Deal damage. That's the plan. This is the setup that we would normally have for when we played Chasing Shadows. So I kind of want to see if it works with Frostborn Wrath. So this one slows them down. This one tries to get as much mana out of them as possible, and then this one does the damage. Just a second longer. Make that have higher firing speed. Make that do more damage. I don't know if this is working. I don't think I could say that this is working the way that it did with the other game. At least it does not look like it. Does not seem like it anyways, I should say. And then if there was any flying entity, it would not work. Trapland and it's bloody too? What? I mean, I'll take the achievement, but I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it just means that I tried to use the traps only and I failed. Interesting. Anyways. Still just do slow and mana. Well, I guess I can put mana and poison together as well. And we just do this. And then we block there, so they have to go up and around. And I block there, so they have to go up and around. Okay. Alright. I'll actually have this target the highest armor and shields, because that tends to also mean that they have the most health. And then the poison effect will get rid of that monster. least that's the hope anyways. Upgrade this as much as I can, which is only one level. Okay. At least for now, this just does more damage. Now it has more specials again. Freeze the apparition. Okay. I would like to upgrade this tower. Give it the bolt. Yep. Thank you. I don't even need the bolt, apparently. So let's swap to the beam. This isn't even halfway done charging. Okay. Freeze all those just to stagger them a bit. Okay. Well, I failed to get that back, but that's okay. Could have been worse. Okay. There's a wraith. That's also level 6, so I need to get this tower back here, level 7. 7968. Okay. We should be fine. Should be. 7968. We're not quite there yet. Okay. As soon as I get the beam ability again, I should be fine. I can just upgrade that now with the amount of space between. And now we finally got the shrine. It'll be helpful for when they're swarming through here. More than anything else, this location is going to be when I need the shrine. Ugh. Sorry for sneezing. It's never the intention to sneeze. Okay. We've got 6 more waves left. 2 of them will appear at the same time. was about to run out of beam and I finally got the beam again, so I think it's starting to finally have just the perfect rate of beam. I might need to upgrade the length of time that the beam is up for. But at least when it's not like a swarm like this, I'm getting the beam back by the time I need it again. We're going to use the shrine because the shrine comes with the map. Can I duplicate this? I cannot. Now I can. Freeze up here. Freeze over here. Slow down all that. Slow down all that. Deal a bunch of damage. Deal a bunch of damage. There we go. Now the second tower can go back over here. I say go back as if it was ever over here initially, but when I get a moment, I can combine these two together. And that's how I make a level 7 into a level 8 gem pretty easily. Okay. I'll just give it the beam again, even though it already had the beam. This is actually shooting them all three at once, because it destroyed the Reaver and the 2 spawnlings. And it did so by itself. Increased damage to flying ones, buildings, and swarmlings. 81 shadow cores. Not terrible. Going back through the journey mode is definitely helping more than I thought, just on levels and XP, and it's giving us shadow cores, so it's making improvements on the 3 different things that we need. 2 different things. The levels are the XP. I could destroy both monster nests, but I don't think I need to necessarily. Make them have to go around this way to take longer. And then I put the trap there. I'll put the tower here. And then the only fear is if a spire comes from either of these angles, I guess it would probably come down like this or something, and then it dies, it could destroy the walls, but it's unlikely. Okay. There we go. go. Okay. As soon as I get the beam, I can upgrade that. There we go. And then for right now, that can get the bolt, even though I will give it the barrage in a moment. Right now, I just wanted to upgrade it. Alright, so this is a higher level gem than this one is, but that's fine. I thought I was clicking freeze, not slow. Oops. Alright, this isn't going terribly. It's not going tremendously, but it's not going terribly. Upgrade that to level 5. Give it the bolt to just resocket it quickly. Slow all those, freeze all these ones. Give it barrage just to hit more enemies. Target nearest orb for the barrage. Okay, I did not get the beam back in the moment I needed it. I don't actually know if poison does enough, or if armor tearing is just better. So let's just do this as a 2 gem, as a dual gem instead of a triple gem. Here we go. Poison and slow. And mana just to get more mana. Okay. I can't upgrade that one yet. I think maybe this positioning is just better. That might just be what I needed. Just better positioning. We're surviving. Oh, paused it a little too early. There we go. Definitely surviving. Not thriving, but surviving. This seems to be going better than the last one. This is level 6 now. Let's just give that barrage, and we will damage all these. I know I didn't need to freeze for or pause time for that, but I did out of caution. Back to the beam. Okay. I don't know if I can say this is going well or not. Because it definitely does not feel like it's going well. It's going better than the last round, though. Or better than the last attempt, not round, but attempt. I didn't get the freeze over there in time. I should have paused the game. The issue is definitely this. But I think by taking that away... No, we're going for XP. Let's keep this up. Okay. So we'll take away the monsters spawn extra swarmlings. But we'll make them appear quicker and we'll make them have more arrive. And a lot of them will still be swarmlings, but they won't make spawnlings. Because it's all the extra monsters that appear on the screen that are really causing the issue. And I think having the dual gem did better. Yep, I forgot the walls. Whoops. Wall there. Wall there. Glad I realized it in time before bad things happened. Okay, that could have been a whole lot worse. At least I had enough mana to be able to put more walls down. Okay, even if this gem is only destroying like every third or fourth monster, it still is slowing them down enough that my tower is fine. I don't think going at double speed is great necessarily, but it's fine in some regards. I don't have barrage yet, so upgrading that would be a bad idea. Same for upgrading that one when I did, but level 5 just is better. Alright, we did not get that back. I lost the orblet, but I think that's fine. Okay. Maybe I was supposed to upgrade that one there. Probably with how quickly I swapped off a barrage again. That would have been the better call, but I don't know. I am human, I still make mistakes. Okay, upgrade that. Can upgrade this in a moment. Nope, not quite. There we go. Alright. I believe this is going well. It's tempting to send the next 5 waves all at once. Okay. Another talisman fragment just dropped. That's nice. There's going to be some flying entity on the last wave, it looks like. As long as it's not a shadow demon, I should be fine. It'll probably be a spire. I'm assuming it's a spire based off of I don't see something on the screen immediately. and the Shadow Demon specters and all of that immediately would appear. Yeah, it's up at the top. I forgot that I can destroy the wizard stashes that are already opened. As soon as it's in range of the beam, it should just, yep, die pretty quickly. Alright. That was fine. Mana for starting waves early, shard harvesting speed, XP gain, and tower barrage damage. I guess not terrible of a talisman fragment. I wouldn't think it's better than any of the ones that I already have, though. Cool. Add any of these to the shape collections. I've already got all of them. Reaver's Swarmlings, Giants, and XP gained. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. Start waves early, harvesting speed. Neither of those occur all the time. But that does let me upgrade this again. We're already at 12%, goes to XP and mana. This is at 18. So if I can get that number, if I can get that to a plus 18 of wizard level instead of plus 12 just off of the next upgrade, I'll socket this in even though I lose the 11% XP gained, because all the other things will make it just better. I'm torn on whether I want this one or not. I'm gonna go with no and just delete it. Honestly, looking at some of these ones, I don't know if I really want them either. The slower chain counter seems nice, though. A lot of those seem okay, but I don't know if I would really actively need them or want them. Alright. Back to the journey mode. Okay. There's not just a single spot I can put a wall. It's gotta be two. Okay. I won't make them have to go around the tower. Alright, that's the... Nope, I didn't click G first. Whoops. There's that. And then this one is our tower that does all the damage. And then we start. Okay. Alright, upgrade and beam. Upgrade and bolt for now. Change that to barrage as soon as I can, but for now bolt just makes it resocket it immediately. One of the reasons to use all the extra specials up there is because it does make them slower, but it also gives more mana. 1.5 mana per hit. I'm going to freeze the apparition. Because if I can get the bolt on this, I might be able to hit it. And that's just a few more shadow cores that I wouldn't have had otherwise. Can upgrade, and there's that. Okay. I don't think a bolt would hit that far, unless it gets a little bit closer. Looks like it might just be getting in range. Yep, okay. Slow down those, freeze the rest. Deal some damage. Okay, that's a lot of them going in all at once. I just realized that I have all these back here in the amplifiers. I did not see them initially. It's okay. It would have saved me a bit of mana at the beginning. Upgrade that to 6 and give it barrage again. This can barely even hit them, but it still can hit. The range of the tower is starting to encompass where the trap is, which is not terrible. I could have this target swarmlings. second Wraith, okay. Oh, there's a spire. We're gonna duplicate this. So glad I looked down there. This will amplify the extra damage it can do. Slow it down with that. I barely saw the spire in time. Target the little guy that was running through. Part of me is curious if it'll knock out these amplifiers. It does not. Okay. Alright. And that whole issue was resolved pretty easily. Okay. I'm glad it had extra towers just set up, because I barely even noticed the spire was there in time. I probably would have noticed before it got to the end, but the closer it gets, like if it had gotten to here in the middle, I would have been in a little bit of trouble. There we go. Oh, this is the one that I struggled with a lot at the beginning. Let's go down to R first then. Trying to think about it. I was looking at it trying to think how I was going to set it up when I could just open the map and look at it then. You know, even though I accidentally slept in a lot today, I can tell I'm still tired because I keep yawning. Which probably tells you that I needed the extra sleep. I accidentally got it. But still don't feel great about missing the beginning of when I said I would stream. Let's go here. I'll pull that wall all the way out there. Destroy that. I don't think I want the slow, so let's just put it up there. Do I want poison? probably don't need it. Do a triple speed for now, once they get closer. Oh yeah, and because I used the gem bomb, there's a few gem wasps over there. Okay. Can't upgrade that. How frequently does this fire, actually? And the bolt makes it ignore armor. It's not terrible. I should have upgraded that first and then put the barrage on. Instead I did it the opposite way. Whoops. Let's see, there's still 22 waves. Okay. Let's have this target the swarmlings. Upgrade and beam. Swarmlings are the things that are the most dangerous for this. Is it gonna be a demon again, or is it still just spires? Or is it an apparition this time? Not an apparition, a specter is what I was thinking. The purple one. Okay, once that specter gets a bit closer, I'll select it for targeting. Mostly because I don't want to change off of the swarmling targeting. Okay. I was gonna say, it should die pretty quickly. It only had 290 health. I definitely think the swarmling targeting was the right call on this one. May as well put barrage there. Considering the fact that I had 2 barrages, I may as well. I'll get beam again. This has 11 hits. So I guess it did do something when it was up there initially. Oh, there's a wraith again. I don't even know if it's gonna fly into the range. It did, okay. And there was a specter. That was an apparition. The specters are purple. Why am I getting those confused right now? This is probably something close to like the 30 or 40, maybe even 50th episode of this Frostborn Wrath, and I still get them mixed up sometimes. just send the last 2 waves. Is there a spire? There has been on all the other ones. Yep, there's the spire. It's appearing over on the left. Part of me suddenly wants to experiment and see if I can destroy us. Oh, a specter. That's 2 of them. My words blended together and I said the wrong thing. Part of me wants to see if I can use just the ice shards. If I can use just ice shards to destroy them. Wait until they're in range of beam. This one seems a little smaller than the other one. The beam only took 0.6 seconds to destroy the spire. That's not bad. Yeah, considering this takes off 1/10 of their health. Part of me wants to know if I could use 10 of them to just destroy it. Cool. That was 2 spires in the same moment. If they had come from different directions, I probably would have needed to be worried, but because they came from the same side, it was not that big of a deal. 189 shadow cores. We should hit 169 for our level. Oh, not quite. Okay. Alrighty. I definitely think going back through the journey mode has helped us quite a bit more than I realized, because I think we started at 162. I think the wizard level we were at was like 162 or something, so that's the wrong one. I want to do this. Make this side have to go up this way. And then we'll make this side have to go through. Now, are all of these level 1? These are all level 1. That's now level 2. That's now level 2. Make it so they have to go through that one as well. Okay. So let's do the tower here. This is still level 1, so we can do this. I might not be able to make the tower I would like. Yep. I used too much mana combining all those. I need 204 for this. I need another 204. Ugh. I don't know why I'm sneezy. Okay. Okay, let's do this to make him have to go up and around it. And we'll do that to make him actually have to go around rather than just walking behind it. This can target swarmlings. Okay, we can combine that. And we can combine that to get mana. This one gets barrage to increase all those specials. Because it's got a lot of specials to increase. That Spectre shouldn't get very far. Yep. That's what I figured. Okay. I was trying to see if I could just have enough time to upgrade that, but apparently not. Not as much as I would have liked. Let's increase the specials over there just to get more mana. Just for comparison's sake, this is 1.17 mana per hit, and this is 1.52. And they're the same level. Which is exactly why we increase their specials. I mean, I could increase the damage with the bolt, but doesn't exactly help much. Okay. As soon as it's just a bunch of Reavers, I can definitely upgrade this without worrying. And give that the barrage. Okay, I've definitely got plenty of time to just let that upgrade. Okay. There's another beam. This is going a lot easier than I expected. I probably should and could and should, I should say that inverted, upgrade the trap gems, but doesn't seem to really be necessary. This one doesn't seem like a level that the spires are going to appear on. None of the little like black cross things flashed across the screen. I've got about 100 entities on the screen and 100 still waiting. It's kind of funny. I didn't realize the beam was gone for a second. Yeah, now if I had done this with the spawnlings, I would have struggled a little bit. Because every time you destroy one, 2 pop out. 46 shadow cores. Alrighty. This one only has the one entrance point for where monsters can get through. But I believe this one also has the little monster eggs. If I am remembering correctly, which I think I am. Yeah, there's the little monster eggs all over the place. Okay. I'm gonna set up down here, even though I should probably set up here, just to give myself more time to react. I don't want these little monster eggs to cause a problem. Okay. It at least seems to me that the best 4-color gem I could do would be bleed, mana, critical, and armor tearing. But at least for right now, I can't do that. Bleed makes more damage happen, which is why critical would be really good with it. I want this to target swarmlings. Slow things down. Okay. That's one egg cracking open. Okay. Maybe I should have put poison on this, but this distance here, I don't think the poison really does much. Like with how small of a distance this is, I don't think I'm really worried about poisoning them. Okay. This should be fine. Once this gets higher level, it'll still be able to shoot up here first before they even get to the trap, which may or may not be a great thing. The trap gives more mana, so it's not technically a good thing for them to die before they get to the trap. But that's fine. Oh, my chain counter went away. Speed things up while I'm waiting. Upgrade that to level 6. Reapply that. Just to go after the apparition. Now that makes that level 6. Alright, so both my gems are level 6 gems now. And that Wraith is going to stay on the field for a little while longer because it's got to go around fully. Okay. Upgrade that to 7. Alright, this is going fine. How much charge can this get? 230 is the max charge. Okay. Ooh, we actually get a giant wave for once. Haven't had those in forever. Got rid of the Wraith. I can make this level 7. I guess, yeah, why not? There's a spire now. But it's going right next to where my tower already is, so I'm not worried. Let's send the last 2 waves. The giants are going to take quite a while to get over here. Let's just re-up the beam. All those giants are going to take forever. Alrighty. And Spire is almost in range. Aim for the apparition first. Yep, all of those giants are going to take forever to get across. And now I got triple speed because the giants are slow. Alright. Okay, it just does one shot. It barely even cares to let him get to the trap. Does 568 to 1220. Okay. And we went from almost 3,000 to 101,000. Dang. Wizard level to XP and mana is always nice, but not better than what I already have planned. Maximum beam charge, tower barrage damage, and mana shard harvesting speed. Not very great for what we're doing. 171 shadow cores. I was hoping 100,000 XP would get me 2 levels suddenly. Wizard level 170 though is not terrible. Not terrible at all. I guess we went one further than the actual path that we were supposed to take. Alright, do I have your shape? I do. You get deleted then. I can upgrade this one again. 21% of wizard level to XP and mana. It's already higher than this. I lose the XP gained. Well, which I guess I'm going for XP gain right now, so I should keep this in. Yeah, that's literally what I'm doing right now, is going back through other levels and making the journey XP higher. So losing 11% more XP now would be kind of dumb. Alright. We're going to make him go through this direction. So we'll blockade here. You're not going to go that way. We'll blockade here so you don't go around. And then this one gets blockaded here. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, I would have spent more mana doing it the other way. Okay. And then I put the trap here, because no matter what, they go through that. And I put the tower here. And I put one more wall here to force them to go around. Okay. So the damage gem is these 4. Which does mean it's technically less mana. But we can make up for that with this gem up here. This targets swarmlings. Okay. Triple speed for a second. And then I could destroy the wizard stash, but I'll only ever do that if a spire tries to walk past it, and I need to put a trap up there, or a tower up there to attack the spire. Okay, I need that beam a little bit faster, please. Thank you. Having the beam immediately cleared out all of the entities that were next to it, which is genuinely why I used the beam. And that gets barrage to increase all the specials. I wish I could put the barrage and the beam together on the trap gem, because that would increase the reload speed and increase the specials. But it's very obvious why you can't do that, because then I could just pull it out of the trap and put it in a tower, and then it has both of those, and that would be a broken tower for the amount of time that it would have both. Okay, this is the most I've struggled so far. I've had to banish a lot more monsters this round than any other, so currently 24 waves. I guess I really haven't been using these, slowing down enemies and freezing them and whatnot. Okay, I can almost upgrade the main tower to level 6. 0.5 more seconds on the beam. Upgrade that, put the beam in again. Okay, I should be able to just destroy the Spectre, yep. 20 Shadow Cores out of that. Alright. This is going really well. Oh, there's an apparition over there I didn't even notice. I can't duplicate this one, but I can duplicate that one. There we go. I'm assuming there's some achievement for destroying a specific number of wizard stashes. So there was an achievement for destroying the first one, because I didn't even realize you could. I just had towers next to it because it was a good spot. Then I happened to destroy one and gave me an achievement for it, so now I've known that you can actually destroy them. Okay, the specter's gone. I'm glad I left that one up there. It still has the barrage, okay. Alrighty. This seems to be going fine. And I don't expect a spire or anything to appear in the last 2 levels. I mean, I guess there could be another apparition like the one that's currently flying across the screen. But definitely not a spire, because there was none of the black cross staticky stuff. That apparition might just be within range ever so slightly. Nope, it's just slightly out of range. Okay. Only 69,000 XP instead of 100 like the last one, but that's okay. And that one's not great. 144 Shadow Cores though. 67,000 XP gained is definitely going to level us up once, but not twice. Alright. I already have the shape collected, so let's delete it. Upgrade that. 28% of wizard level so far. That's nice. I've still got 3 more upgrades for it. Alright. We'll do one of the new levels. And then we will call it for the day. I don't have the mana gem there. I do have the mana gem here. This has the 3 wall breakers. This just is complicated. $1,337 mana at the start of the battle. Oh, I should fix that. I don't need the mana leech. Not for this one anyways. So let's go with... I had 10 levels there, so let's go 5 here for armor tearing. And then this one also had... It does have slow. But it also has poison. Let's do armor tearing and poison. Alright. Now I'm starting with more mana. Because I didn't go level 10 on one of them, I split it between 5, which means spent less on them. Okay. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That forces them to go up. This forces them to go up and around. And then this forces them to actually have to go around this. Okay. So bleed, poison, slow. And we'll double... We'll double dip on bleed. And then armor tear, poison, bleed, bleed. Okay, and we don't have a lot of swarmlings because that's not what we're doing. So everything is normal. There are no upgrades to the enemies. Okay. $996 to upgrade. I don't have mana, which is the only detriment. I don't have a mana gem, so that's the only detriment. I won't be gaining a ton of mana. Okay. I could make them have to go into this and just make another trap up there. Just like force them to have to go this way. And then I can duplicate this trap and put it up there. Force them to funnel in a little bit easier now. And she makes all of the ones on the screen special now. That one forces resocketing, that one forces resocketing. And the shield is the issue, which is why I want another one of these up there. The shields that it gave all of these monsters. doesn't this? Yeah, removes all shield. Destroys 40% of their... I give 100% XP if they die while they're in the whiteout. Did not know that. Okay, and I've got to be careful of the resocketing that they do. Okay. I'm not going on double, or I guess triple time as much, because I'm needing to pay attention to when it resockets. I'm going to make sure that they're not close enough to the tower to resocket the tower. Freeze those down there. I meant to click 2, but I clicked 3. Freeze all of that. Target that one so resocketing doesn't happen at the worst possible time later. Okay. I've so far survived longer than all the other attempts at this. Okay, I lost the orblet, but I think that's okay. Especially when you consider I've stopped most of the other special entities from going through. Can't quite upgrade this yet. Okay. It's still counted as banishing those. Not having the mana gem is really hurting right now. It's just the extra amount of mana that it would give. It's pretty much exactly what I need. Granted, as it stood for the past little bit, if I had tried to upgrade this at any point in time during all of that, I probably would have lost immediately. Okay. Does this also have barrage? It does. This does as well. I need 1992. Was 4 years before my sister was born. Older sister, I should say. If that is vague enough to say my age. But that's what my thought process was after saying 1992 multiple times. Alright, this is all just giants. So Let's speed it up just a little bit for the giants. Okay, upgrade that to 4, upgrade that to 4. Alright, now they do more damage as well. We've got 2 waves of giants in just a moment. There's the 2 waves of giants, and there's a demon. That's not great for me at all. Thank goodness I could get rid of that quickly just by building a tower there. Alright. We're getting rid of all those giants. That looked to be about 40 something shadow cores. Okay. That worked out really well against the shadow. Okay. Upgrade that to 6. It's one step closer to having the benefits of poison and armor tear. I needed at level 7 for that to get the extra benefit, but level 6 is close enough right now. Okay. Seems like I can handle 3 times speed now. Alright. What wave are these guys from? 26, so 2 levels ago. Okay. I thought they were still from when the 2 waves of giants came in at the same time. 7968. Triple speed seems to be okay. We'll slow it down once the Spectre gets closer. Just to make sure the Spectre doesn't get too close that it causes issues. I didn't need to freeze it, so I'll take that as it didn't cause an issue. $79.64. That almost was a problem. They got through right when I ran out of stuff. Ran out of the beam. This is why I've been playing on the slower speed. beam is gone, I upgrade. Okay. Heals them, has 3 layers of shield, heals them, extra hit points. Those did not get marked. Okay. None of them are resocketing. Or the ones that already came out before I could do anything about it were resocketing ones. Okay, that heals nearby monsters, but most of the monsters aren't going nearby that, and that removes all negative effects. But they're not getting hit by negative effects ahead of time. Yeah, most of those beacons that just got spawned don't do anything because they're not close enough to where the monsters are. None of them give shields, and a little speed buff when they're so far away isn't exactly doing much. This heals undamaged monsters anyways. So I'm not worried about it at all. Let's upgrade those both to 5. Okay. How many more waves are there? There's a total of 74. Oh wow. Okay. It's kind of scary to see that all of those have shields. Using 3 to get rid of the shield doesn't seem to do much either. Okay, barrage does work against those. I kind of forgot about that. Bolt is not within range of any of the beacons. Okay. Slow down all those, slow down all those, freeze these ones. Use barrage to try to hit most of those. Okay, another special flying entity is going to arrive on the next wave. At least it seems like it. So I'll save the number 3 ability. Maybe one more wave. No, there's the Spectre. It's the 3rd Spectre on this level. We fought 3 Spectres, 1 Shadow. Kind of interesting to realize how many Spectres have appeared. use them all now that I've given it barrage. Okay. I need 15k mana. And the barrage is gone, so now I use beam again. Okay, we speed up all of the next wave. Now that they're in range, we slow it down again. Okay. This is going fine. The Forgotten has made the biggest amount of appearances on this level. Which means I'm probably getting close to the Spirit Forge again. Okay. This is going a lot better this time than it has in all the other times. I definitely think it has to do with figuring out what we're doing for the abilities. Having the correct skills listed and having an idea of what we're doing, and then just starting with more mana allowed us to start further ahead than we had on the other attempts. Having the extra mana from being able to level up a few times greatly increased our chance. Okay. This is going rather well. Of course, as soon as I try to speed it up, run out of the beam. There's another shadow demon. Freeze it in place. And it's dead already. Awesome. That could have been a whole lot worse. So the fact that it landed right next to my tower was really nice for me. Twice the terror, destroy 2 shadows. Haven't even had 2 shadows appear on the same map yet. This is the first attempt I've even been able to have for that achievement. Maybe in an endurance mode I could have had 2 of them, but most often in an endurance mode I tend to lose when a shadow appears. Okay. for now I can leave this at 3 times the speed. Those are both level 6 now. For a second I thought their upgrade cost was different. I was trying to figure out how the heck that happened. Okay, let's slow it down in case I gotta freeze or do anything else. Let's use white out there, slow them down. Give them armor shred. Make those all go slower. Okay. They're all starting to get in range, so maybe barrage is the best choice, just to hit a bunch of them at once. This is probably not the best idea. Okay, but I got rid of all the giants, so I can't complain too much about how bad of an idea that actually was. It seemed like an okay idea. Actually doing it proved otherwise. There's another Spectre again. Let's speed things up. Spectre died. I think by now I've already guaranteed like 200 shadow cores. At least something close to that, if not 200. Maybe even up to 300. Make all those slow down. Let's just send the last 5 waves. Get all those reavers out of the way. I always want to call them reapers for some reason. Make all those walk slower. Freeze those ones. Alright, there are no spires that I see on the screen. There are no other flyers or anything like that either. camouflage is really helpful here. There we go. 2 map tiles, 2 field tokens, and a journey page. This went rather well. Alright. Twice the terror, destroying 2 shadows. That was the Forgotten herself. I'm not ready for this. I'm not prepared to face her. She is too powerful. I'm still alive, so she must be in a hurry trying to get to the Spirit Forge, or she thinks I'm too insignificant to waste any time murdering. That's probably the only thing that saved me for now. One thing is for sure, though, she has never been so close to the Spirit Forge before. We got a level 20 Inner Fragment, Mana Giants XP gained. Not great, I guess, not terrible. This one's worse, because it's missing the XP gained. Map tile D, map tile B, D1, and B1, and 210 shadow cores. That was close. I said approximately 200. Well, it should be this one and this one, I believe. No, down here. Okay. Alright. If I'm remembering correctly, when I last looked it up, one of the tiles, or one of the fields on B is where we're going for the next skills. Yes. Remember, D5 is for Seeker Sense, which is a Wrath skill, which gives more shadow cores and XP gained after monster death. And then I thought there was one for B. Maybe not. No, B5 is critical hit. Okay. So B5 and D5. Both on endurance modes. Okay. So we'll go through B next time, because that is where we need the whatever the little box thingies are. The wizard stash, that's the word I was looking for. So B5 is where we get critical hit. That is an interesting looking map. D1 also seems interesting, but for a different reason. Because you could loop the enemies around if you destroy the things in the way, although those might be traps. No, they look the same as the blockade things that are on the top left of this one. It looks the same color. Okay. I'm gonna stop thinking about it. It's been a little over 2 hours, and I still need to get ready to do the rest of the day stuff. Again, I'm really sorry that I slept in. I don't try to do that. I overslept an alarm and a timer, and that is my fault. I didn't realize how exhausted I was from going back to work after having a week off. That is my bad. Hopefully that won't ever happen again, but it's now happened twice within a month and a half or so. So, I can't say it'll never happen because it's now happened twice. But I will always feel bad when I do it, but I am choosing to stream on my days off, so as long as I get to stream still, I can't be too upset at myself. But that is everything from me. I'll post a schedule Sunday night, Monday morning. Typically tends to be more Monday than Sunday anymore, but I'll still try to get them out on Sunday, or at least make it on Sunday, if nothing else. But that will be everything for today. I hope you guys have a good day, a good evening, a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night, and a good time zone wherever you are. And peace out.